convertibles, and you can hold me like you held her, and I will fuck you like nothing matters, and you can hold me.
Very seldom it's long, but I'm a trouble. Very seldom it's long, but I'm a trouble. Very seldom it's long, but
You cannot convince me to dress for my body type or my season. I literally do not care. Instead, I dress for the magical creatures that inspired me as a child. I'm talking fairies, witches, unicorns. So here's how to dress exactly like you woke up in a mossy tree or a dusty bookshelf. And if in doubt, add another layer or a trinket to appease the magpie in your heart.
am I dreaming or did you just kiss me? You don't know it, but you are. Kiss me down by the broken tree house. Swing me up on its hanging time. Bring your flowered hat. We'll take the trail marked on your father's map. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me.
You're a witch! They were right.
They usually are.
These days I think are so strange.
Dream of you, but I still believe there's only enough for one, and it's lonely, hotel suite.
Some people even think it's fun to smash pumpkins.
It's you again. What do you want from me? I'm tired.
Welcome to this week's episode of 10 Ways to Achieve the Blank Aesthetic, where every single episode I pick a new aesthetic and give you 10 very simple and achievable ways to implement it in your own home. This week's is going to be a cult favorite, no pun intended. We are covering the Whimsigoth aesthetic. So think a little bit less Wednesday Addams, a little bit more practical magic. Think Lisa Bonet, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Stevie Nicks. We're still getting those gothic undertones with a little bit more of a witchy, ethereal, mystical approach. So let's get into it. While the term Whimsigoth may still be in its infancy, this aesthetic is really nothing new. This started gaining popularity in the late 80s and all throughout the 90s, but it was really called more of like a celestial bohemian aesthetic, if it was called anything at all. But it was definitely identifiable by, most importantly, its rich jewel tones. So we're sticking to deep navies, indigos, teals, pinks, purples, blacks. So I think the color palette within this aesthetic is very important, and we're going to stick to it. Also, this aesthetic really goes hard when it comes to its textiles. So with our draperies, we're either going to go with a really rich, bold, dramatic velvet drapes like this, or we're going to jump all the way to the opposite side of the spectrum and we're going to go with a sheer. If you do want to go with something a little bit airier and do a sheer, I do suggest sticking with one of those original colors from the color palette, and or adding a little detail like they have in this set of shears. Number 3, sticking within that textile vein, we're going to be talking about our pillows. So our pillows are also going to adhere to that original color palette, but we're going to have a little bit more fun with them. We're going to make sure that we're playing with embroideries, maybe appliques, beading, things like that. So we're kind of covering that more like bohemian vibe with our pillows. And I feel like this blanket just screams Whimsigoth. This is just perfection when it comes to this aesthetic. Like I said earlier, when this aesthetic first came onto the scene, it was really more of that celestial bohemian vibe. So we're definitely going to be incorporating a lot of those elements. So really lean into that sun, moon, and stars vibe. 5th, because this aesthetic is all about those witchy vibes, we're definitely going to incorporate lots and lots of rocks and crystals. 6th, this aesthetic absolutely loves a Tiffany lamp, and for good reason. They're stunningly beautiful and they just fit this aesthetic to a T. And props if you can find this little Tiffany fairy wing light, because insane. 7 is kind of piggybacking off of those Tiffany lamps, and that is stained glass. If you can incorporate any sort of stained glass, whether it's in the form of a mirror, just a little piece that you can hang in the window, stained glass. 8, we're going to go so heavy-handed on the candles that it's going to look like we're constantly performing a ritual. And hey, maybe we are. And I'll be jealous of you forever if you get your hands on a candelabra like this. 9 is the incorporation of this Gothic cathedral shape. I've seen this done in the form of headboards, mirrors, art. It just really lends itself to that Whimsigoth vibe. And lastly, you obviously need a black cat. Now, would I ever advocate adopting an animal just to achieve a desired aesthetic? I'm probably not the person to ask. Anyway, let me know, which aesthetic should I do next?